Hello, Michelle. My name is Garrett, and I will be the registered dietitian working with you on your 24-hour diet recall today. How are you feeling about this process so far?
Anxious to see how much I eat in a day.
Sometimes it can be scary to see what times and how much we eat during the day, but this will be some great information for us to gather. So this is going to be a 5-step process. So we'll take it step by step. The first step is going to be us defining the task at hand that we want to achieve, and that's going to be that we're going to make a list of the foods you ate and drank yesterday. And sometimes when you think about this, it's easy. It may make it easier to remember the foods you ate by thinking about who you were with, where you were you working, were you on break, were you just watching TV, was it later in the evening? So whenever you feel comfortable or want to start, just let me know. We can start listing down some.
Do you want me to start from like this morning?
Yes. So we'll go from midnight to midnight.
Okay. This morning for breakfast, I had cinnamon roll, like one of those Pillsbury ones with icing.
Okay.
And then I think I had 2 of those. And then for lunch, I had tuna salad that I made myself. But like just the salad, I didn't have it with like crackers or bread or anything like that. And then I also had a like peanut butter and like honey sandwich. It was like a piece of bread like folded in half. So like half a sandwich.
Okay.
And then for dinner, I had Chick-fil-A sandwich. And then like one of those mac and cheese sides that they have. And that was my dinner.
That was your dinner. Okay. Awesome. So, also, I want to just include really quick, sometimes when thinking about food recall, including snacks or soft drinks, sweets, or any alcohol or non-alcoholic beverages may help as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, we'll move on to the second step, which is going to be the forgotten step. And that's where we're just going to talk about some of the frequently forgotten foods and drinks when we're talking about recall. So that can sometimes be fruits, vegetables, sweets, snacks, and bread. So did you have any beverages like coffee, soda, or milk?
I don't like coffee, and I didn't have any soda today or milk, but I did have like some raspberry sweet tea.
Okay. Did you have any sweets such as candy or ice cream?
Oh yeah, I had candy.
Candy?
Sour gummy candy.
Alright. Did you have any of the following fruits, vegetables, or any cheese?
I did have some grapes at work. I mean, they were like vegetables on my Chick-fil-A sandwich, but I don't know if that counts.
You can put that down.
And then, not like cheese as a snack, but there was like cheese on my sandwich too.
So there's a cheese slice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright. Any bread or rolls today? I know we said cinnamon rolls earlier, but
Yeah, and then the bread on my Chick-fil-A sandwich and Oh yeah, I did have it's like a little cookie from KFC at lunch too. It's like pre-made. Comes like in a plastic wrapper.
Alright. And then anything else you may remember besides the cookie or any drinks?
Water.
Water? Okay.
Yeah, I had like 2 tumbler-sized things of water at work.
Okay.
Or like those protein shake-sized things.
Okay.
And then no, I think that's it.
Okay. So I'm going to ask you a few more questions now about maybe like what times did you usually eat these foods at? So I know you mentioned at breakfast time. So what time do you usually eat?
It depends on the work day, but like Monday through Friday, I usually have breakfast around like 8:30 or 9. And I usually have like a pretty good sized breakfast
Okay.
because then I have my lunch is always from 2 to 3 on
Okay.
Monday through Friday. So I have an hour lunch to eat there. And then I usually get home around 8 or 8:30, and that's when I have dinner, which is kind of like a late dinner.
Okay, so you eat a later dinner.
Yeah. And then I always snack, always at like 10 to 11. Sometimes even as late as 12, it depends. But I'm like always eating really late at night.
Okay. I know you said snack. What do you usually snack on then at that late time?
It's kind of random. Sometimes it's like leftovers from like dinner or something, or like I'll make like a little plate of like grapes and like crackers and cheese, or it's kind of depending on what's in the fridge.
Okay. So, I know we talked about what times you were eating at, but I'd like to ask you some questions about the amount of food that might be eaten during these times, or where you're eating them. So, I guess we could start with, do you know the amount of food that you're eating during these times?
So like for breakfast, I do like to have like a bigger breakfast because I would just want to be like satisfied throughout my workday. So like I had the 2 cinnamon rolls, and that's just because I was in a hurry like for this day. And then for lunch, I kind of try to keep it light so I don't get like too tired during the day.
Okay.
So like the tuna salad, it was like a can of tuna salad or tuna, and then I like mixed in like the mayo and mustard.
Okay, so might be extra condiments.
Mm-hmm.
Do you add in there?
Yeah, the mayo and mustard, and then like salt and pepper. And then like the peanut butter and honey sandwich. And then it was just like on one piece of bread folded in half. So it was like a spoonful of peanut butter and like a spoonful of honey.
Okay.
Actually, probably more honey than peanut butter.
Okay. And then, was it on white bread or wheat bread?
It was like on like a sweet Hawaiian type bread.
Okay.
I always get the same bread.
Okay. I remember you said that was a half slice.
Mm-hmm.
And then for dinner, did the Chick-fil-A sandwich. So you
Yeah.
just did one.
Oh yeah, and then the snack of grapes that I had at work was probably like, I don't know, like a palmful.
Okay.
Yeah, it was probably about 20 to 30 grapes. And then, yeah, for dinner I had
You said snack size for the macaroni as well.
the macaroni was a medium. So
A medium?
it was like a cup of mac and cheese.
Okay.
And it was like Southern style, so lots of cheese.
And then you said you had tea. Was that with dinner?
Mm-hmm. The raspberry, like, sweet tea, it's like pre-made. It comes like in a jug.
Okay.
And I had like a glass full of that. It's actually like a beer, like a frosted beer mug type thing.
Okay. Alright, and then do you typically eat your meals at home, or do you eat out? And I said you work Monday through Friday, so you probably eat at work.
I usually try to eat my meals at home, but this week I like started a new job, so I'm still trying to figure out like my hours and like eating schedule. So sometimes when I get home late, I'm like too tired to make something, so like that's why I got like Chick-fil-A for dinner, for example.
Okay.
But I usually don't eat out.
Okay.
It's expensive.
Alright. I appreciate you taking the time with me to go through that 5-step 24-hour recall with me. Is there anything else that you can remember right now that you want to add to it at this time?
Did I give an amount for how much like candy I ate?
You did not.
Okay, it was like half a bag of like,
Sour gummies, right?
yeah, the Charlie kind.
Okay, and that was a late night snack, correct?
Yeah, it was like kind of after dinner. Because I always like want a sweet after dinner.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me today and giving me your 24-hour recall.
Thanks.